Can I move again? Oh yeah, just about. Just about, yeah.
I remember these from Phuket, do you, Shell?
Yeah. Oh man. Good work, guys. Looking nice. 3, 2, 1.
I like this.
That's nice, that one. I like that one too.
Maybe get closer and closer.
Good. Nice shot. We have 20 seconds left. Right, so these three have done parkrun this morning. This is Fletcher, Tilly, Lenny, and they're going to talk to you about how you can get involved with parkrun and what you need to do a parkrun.
Right, so basically, what you want to do is you want to go online and register your kid if you're an adult, or if you're like, you need to be less than 14 to do it.
And
or
over
if
4.
you're over 14, then you can just say you're running with like a little one. And then, so it'll give you a barcode, which you need to print off, which looks something like that. Which the one in Cheshunt, it starts at 9 o'clock. So if you can get there for like 8:45 and then you can hear the briefing about it all. But you can get there at 9 and just start. And then so it's like, it takes you through a woods. And then like, yeah, when you finish, you have to put this in and then you get an email on like, and a message saying what times you got and everything.
And also, if you're a parent but you still want to get fit, why not do it with your child? But the thing is, you can do it with your child, but you can't run through the funnel.
And the funnel is the finish line. And I love doing it, I'm quick.
And then there's also a towel walker, so none of your children will be sad if they come last, because they won't come last as the towel walker.
The towel walker is a person that walks around behind everybody, and the towel walker will always be the last one to complete the parkrun.
He dropped out on the
Oh, I just walked with a tail walker.
He did really well today.
He did.
It's been over a year, so.
And that's it. So if you want your kids to get involved in parkrun, sign up on the parkrun website.
Link
Just
in
Google.
description.
No, I'm not going to put a link in. Just Google parkrun. Get yourself signed up. Print yourself off a barcode.
Yeah.
Find your local parkrun.
Most
Children
recently.
can do the 5K one as well, which is an adult one, which takes place on Saturdays. But these three did the junior one that takes place on a Sunday. They're all watching the telly because football is on.
Oh, Burnley.
No, guess what?
And that's it. Hi everyone. As you would have seen before this video, the kids have just had a little chat with you on camera about parkrun and what they do and how you can sign up to a local parkrun. So I hope that all made sense. They all got the giggles. They didn't really know what to say. They didn't rehearse anything. I just literally put the camera on them and said, talk to me about parkrun. And that was what they did. As you can see by the few little clips before this one, I've done quite a bit of running this week. I'm still writing everything down in my little friends book, but instead of using 4 pages, I've been dividing the pages up now because I'm going to run out of room otherwise. So on Tuesday, as you would have seen before, I did a 3-mile run before work. Pace was 12 minutes 11. I was still quite aching from the Olympic Park 10k, because even though it was 10k and I've run 10k before, it was actually 6.36 miles, which I had never done before. I'd only ever gone to 6.2, which doesn't sound a lot, but when you're running, it's a lot. Well, it's not a lot. It just feels like you should be finishing, because you get to 6.2 and you think, oh, that's it, I'm done. But then you're not at the finish line, so you just have to keep going. So my run on Tuesday was still a little bit slow, but I was my pace was 12 minutes 11, so I was in the low 12s. I did 3 miles in 37 minutes. I was happy with that. And then I didn't run again then until Thursday. It was a bit of a funny day on Thursday because I had an eyelash appointment. with the lovely Kelly. And then I'm like, oh mother hubbard, there was nothing in the cupboard, so I went shopping. So already I'm running a little bit later than I would normally run, because I would normally just drop the kids to school and then just go. But my eyelashes were at like 10, and then I went shopping, then I didn't get home till about 12, and then me and Dan sat down and had a little bit of lunch together, and then he persuaded me to drop him up the road, drive up the road, to go and pick something up just past Enfield, which I did because I'm a lovely wife. So my run was a little bit later, but the deal was I took Dan up the road and then he did the school run, so I could go out and do my run, because I needed to do 5 miles on Thursday. So that's what happened. So I went from my house down to Wormley, round by the school, and then back home. That was 5 miles. My pace was 11 minutes 54, which I'm happy with. Oh, and I want to show you something. I took some, because I was running later on in the day than I would normally have a run, I took some energy booster things. Wait there, I'll show you what it is. I'm back. I took these. Now, they're not what I originally wanted to order. My friend Jenny that I run with on a Friday, she takes things called blocks, and they're chewy sweets, whereas these are like Dextrosol. They're hard. I won't eat one, but they're hard. They're a bit chalky, but they're fine. You don't need to take them with a drink or anything. They don't dry you out completely. But I took these, and I took them. I was literally popped one in, said goodbye to Dan, went straight out the door, went running. I got to 2.5 miles and I was buzzing. I was singing, I was dancing with my hands as I was running. My brain was going millions of miles an hour. So they work. Stimulants don't tend to work for me, like caffeine and stuff like that. But I don't know what these have got in them, but they're really good. Really, really good. And I did my fastest 5 miles. No, it wasn't my fastest. I did it in 59 minutes, which is still under an hour. Still absolutely pleased with that. And my pace was really good. I jeffed it. I did a 60-30 split on the jeffing. Len. I did a 60-30 split on the jeffing. Was really, really pleased with that. I thought I'd really struggle with me going out later on in the day than going out first thing. But no, it was absolutely fine. Loved it. Enjoyed every step. Probably could have gone on, felt good, but had to come home because kids were back, Dan was back, and they want dinner. So no, you can't eat them because you'll be off your head. Like little energy things. You have to watch my video. I've just spoken about them, so you're gonna have to rewatch this on your YouTube. And then on Friday morning, I did my normal strength training class. I wasn't the only one in the class that morning. My cousin Michelle came, and one of the other girls that works at Carter and George, they came as well. If you want to, go and sit in the other room and watch the Tottenham game.
Yeah, bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye, viewers. And check out the video what me get Johnny done.
Okay.
Can you even post that?
Yeah, of course. I'll mention you.
I just thought you were good at running.
Yep, he's good at running. So I did my strength training class on Friday morning. Wasn't the only one. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Loved them classes. Don't mind getting up that early to go and do them because I absolutely love them. Feel like I get so much out of them. I feel like she works my muscles, or different muscles that I wouldn't normally work if I just went and did something on my own or did some weights at home. She's fantastic, Freya. I love it in there. I love going to Carter and George. So then after my strength training class, obviously it's the school run then. And then I met up with my friend Jenny, who's also running the London Marathon, who you met a few videos ago. And we did our normal 4 miles. We just did it the other way around this week. Normally we go that way around in the loop. This time we went this way around in the loop. And it does make a difference because you just get bored going to the same old way. And sometimes you think, oh, I'll do that 4 mile loop. And then you think, oh, can't be asked to do it that way. I want to do it. I want to jazz it up a bit. So we did it the opposite way we normally do it. We jeffed it 60-30 again. My pace was 11 minutes 38. So I'm always faster when I'm with Jem. She naturally runs faster than me. So sometimes I do feel like she pushes me, which is a good thing because it keeps me going. She keeps me going. She keeps pushing me. We got a photo this week, which I will put up because Dan was home. So Dan was our photographer that day. So the selfie wasn't too bad. So we got a photo then. So that was good. And then Saturday was my rest day because after Friday, after running Thursday, strength training class Friday morning, run Friday later morning, I'm then asleep. I was asleep by probably 8:45. Didn't see Coronation Street, didn't see EastEnders. just fell asleep. So Saturday was my well-earned rest day. I didn't really do a great deal, just potted around, did housework. Still did I do 10,000 steps? I'm not too sure I even did 10,000 steps. I think I might have got to about 8. But I needed to rest. I have to listen to my body. But then today, so my plan says I needed to do 8 miles. I needed to get 20 miles for the week, which left 8 miles to run today. Now 8 miles is the furthest I've ever run. I've never gone over 6. My longest before that was 6.36 miles, so not 8 miles, nowhere near 8 miles. But today I have done 8 miles in 1 hour and 28 minutes with a pace of 11:03. So I am absolutely just over the moon with that. Once I got to the cafe where I meet the kids and Dan. And even Dan said, "Oh my God, I didn't expect to see you this quick. Like you've done that really quick." So what I looked at the route from my house to the cafe. I can make it about 5 miles if I just run slightly past the cafe. But I thought I don't want to then be at the cafe and have done the 5 miles, and then have to like run around little local roads, which I know the areas because that's where I grew up. But when you're running, you need to have a route in your head, and if you run out a road, you then just stop. Well, I do. I find it really hard to think, oh, I just run down there, or I just run down there. I need a route. I need to know where I'm going. So I thought, right, I know a 3 mile taking me the opposite direction from the cafe. So the cafe is down there. I know a little 3 mile up here past my house round. So I thought I'll leave mine, I'll go up, do this 3 miles up here, and then I'll pass back mine, and then that'll be my 5. Hence, that'll be the 8 once I get to the end. And I did it, and I got to the cafe, and if I'm totally honest, I could have carried on. I almost wished I'd have carried on just to see how far, but I really don't want to push myself too early. But I really do feel like I could have gone on, which is a really good feeling because I'm not completely puffed out. I sat in the cafe, had a cup of tea, had a little drink of water. I drove back. I really felt good. My legs felt good. My shins are aching a little bit tonight, but I come home, had a nice hot bath. I will ice my shins tonight. I'm just cooking them a roast dinner. So once we've had our dinner, I will ice them tonight and just see how they feel. But tomorrow is a rest day for me anyway. I'm not running again until Tuesday now. Got my little plan here. I'm not running again until Tuesday now, and then that's only 3 miles anyway. So I can rest tomorrow. I'm having my hair done tomorrow because look at the state of it. I just seem to get more hair, just grows out. But because I've been sweating so much and washing it so much, I've just not really bothered about it. But it's now got to the point where I think I need it doing. So I've got to do 3 miles on the Tuesday according to the plan. I've got to get to 24 miles by this time next week, which completely doable. I've got my run planned with Jen again on Friday. Strength training isn't on this Friday because Freya's away, so I will miss it, but I will be glad of the lay-in on Friday morning. I might do a longer run on Friday, that means, because I haven't had the strength training in the morning, but we'll see. I might just do a long one on Thursday, I don't know. The good thing with this plan is I know how many miles I need to get to for the end of every week, so I just can mix it up a bit in the week. As long as I get to 24 miles by this time next week, it doesn't really matter how I do them. I would like to do a long one. I would like to do 10 miles at some point this week, whether that be Sunday, Thursday or Friday. But yeah, so at the moment, still all going good. I can feel my shins. I can feel them pulling a little bit and aching a little bit, but nothing like that, nothing as bad as they were. It's not stopping me running. It's not changing my running style or anything. And I took some of these today again. So I ran my 3 miles and then I took some of these to help me on the 5 to get me to the 8, and they kicked in again. They're really, really good. So I've got my half marathon in 2 weeks today. So I'm gonna make sure that I've got some of these to take them with me. My running top that I run in has got like a little pouch here in the sleeve. So I just tucked one in there today. So on my half marathon in 2 weeks, I will maybe tuck 1 or 2 in. I don't really want to take too many. I don't know how many you can take. I'll chew 1 to 3 for a burst of glucose. So I suppose you can have 3. I get gestational diabetes when I'm pregnant. Not that I'm pregnant, but I just worry about having too much sugar. So maybe for me, I'll just take the 1. I don't want to be ODing. So yeah, that's it. I feel really good. I feel really tired. I'm looking forward to my roast dinner, and then I'll probably just go to bed. It's a school night, so I want the kids in bed at a reasonable time. So yeah, that's it. Oh, and I was going to say, if any of you, if you know me, you know what kind of music I like anything fast, I like house and garage, I like any 90s music. If you can suggest any songs to listen to, because now I'm going on my longer runs, some of my podcasts aren't long enough anymore. I listen to Chris and Rosie Ramsey, but normally they're only just over an hour. On non-days like today when I'm running for an hour and a half, that's only going to get longer, so I'm going to need either some more podcasts to listen to or some music, and I'm getting bored of the same kind of music. So if anybody has got any music suggestions or longer podcast suggestions, then put them down below or DM me on Instagram or whatever, and let me know what you suggest. Let me know what you run to. Let me know what ones of these you take. If you use some, I put these on Instagram and a lot of people said that they use them. Let me know if you found anything else that works for you. Do you carry water on long runs? Do you not? Now I'm running for longer. Should I be carrying water? Should I not worry about carrying water if I'm not fast? Any tips anyone can give me? I'm not really worried about my pace. Like I've said from day one, I just want to finish this marathon. I don't care if it takes me 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, whatever. The time doesn't matter to me. I just want to finish. Maybe the next marathon, if I ever do another one, maybe that one we can focus more on the speed, but this one, as it's my first one, I just want to enjoy it. I want to soak up the atmosphere. I want to enjoy the day. I think Dan's just come home. I want to enjoy the day, and I just want to get round and it hurt as less as possible. So any tips, any suggestions with how to make it enjoyable and keep going, like I said, music suggestions, anything, let me know. So thanks for all watching, and I'll see you next Sunday. Hopefully by next Sunday I would have completed 24 miles in the week and everything is still going just good, and that's it, and I'll have nice new hair. See you then.